Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do the build a book tag. So I was tagged to do this by Meg's Infinite Book List, and I was tagged to do this quite a while back, but I'm finally getting to it now, so here you go, Meg. This tag essentially is all the questions are different pieces of a book, so like the genre, the characters, the tropes. And we're gonna answer the questions as if we were building our own like dream book and go from there. So let's get started. So the first part is genre, and you're supposed to recommend a book that has your ideal novel's genre or mood. So for this one, if you've been around the channel recently, then you've seen this quite a bit, but I would like my novel to have a similar feel to Illuminae or to have a similar feel to Skyward. So we're definitely going with the genre of sci-fi for this one, but more of like a young adult sci-fi. The next one is main character. And so this is if you could choose a main character from any book on your shelf and read another book about that main character, who would it be? So I was thinking this is the character that I would want in my novel story. And I chose Spensa from Skyward because if any of you have read this book, Spensa is amazing. Like, I love her character and I love her character growth. I just love her character's attitude. I love everything about her character. So this is what the ideal character would be for my novel if I wrote one. Okay, so next up is supporting character. And this is the character that you would want to be kind of like your main character's sidekick. So I had 3 different options for this one, but I chose one that like I think deserves the top spot, but I'm still gonna mention the 3. And so in third place, I chose Aiden from Illuminae because their character is just fantastic. They do such a good job in their character role, and the way that they don't have emotion but do have emotion just is portrayed so well that I thought they deserved a spot. And then of course, I gotta give props to my boy, Finnick from Hunger Games, because it's Finnick. We all love Finnick. He's an amazing character. He is very loyal and trustworthy, and he did not deserve what happened to him. But yes, Finnick will always have a place in my heart. We stand Finnick. But the top spot for supporting character goes to Severo from Red Rising. If you guys have read this series, then you know that Severo is amazing. And if you haven't read this series, then I strongly suggest picking it up so you can find out why Severo is the best supporting character out there. Trust me on this one. Then we have Trope. So this is which trope you can't get enough of. So I was thinking about it for a while because there's a lot of different tropes you could choose from, but I ended up choosing the school setting trope because I really like a lot of books that have that in it. So for example, Skyward, where she's training to be a pilot, or the Harry Potter series, which is, I'm blocking it, but it's behind me. The Harry Potter series is also great for a school setting. And I know that there's a lot of other books out there that have the school setting, and I don't know, that kind of trope just always pulls me in, and I get so excited to read books like that. And I find that when I'm reading books like that, it goes so much faster because I'm just so like engrossed in the story. Then we can't have a great story without a plot twist. So this is to choose a book that you think had an amazing plot twist. For this, I chose I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. I haven't read any other books by Claire McIntosh, but I really want to because this was the first thriller that I picked up by her, and it was done so well. I did not see this coming at all. And when it was revealed, that certain plot twist, my mind was blown. Like it was so good. I'm just gonna give you a brief synopsis of this book so that you can get an idea. So it says, I Let You Go follows Jenna Gray as she moves to a ramshackle cottage on the remote Welsh coast, trying to escape the memory of the car accident that plays again and again in her mind, desperate to heal from the loss of her child and the rest of her painful past. At the same time, the novel tracks the pair of Bristol police investigators trying to get to the bottom of this hit and run. As they chase down one hopeless lead after another, they find themselves as drawn to each other as they are to the frustrating, twist-filled case before them. So all I know is that when I read this book, I was blown away. and that plot twist was awesome. So I would want something like that plot twist in my own book, and I think this one had the best representation of it. Then of course we have to have some relationships in the book. So this is to show what kind of relationships are important to you and what you would like in your book. So I'm gonna choose Harry Potter. I have the whole collection here, and it opens up and they're all in here like this. But I'm just going to cover the part that says J.K. Rowling because we're not a fan of her. So we're just gonna show this part. So I chose this series because Harry doesn't really have a family. He's an orphan, but then like the people that he surrounds himself with and the way he kind of not necessarily creates a family, but forms a family with all those friends and people close to him. I think that is just so heartwarming. And that is like the kind of relationship that I would want to have in my book too, because I think that's amazing that all these people were so welcoming. They took him in as their own and just, they like created that bond that's for life. And he needed that. He didn't have any parents or anything, or like any siblings or anything like that, and that's all he had, but everybody came together and became a part of his life and became his family. And so I think that's so fantastic, and I would definitely want that type of relationship in a book that I write. And of course, every book needs a villain. So this is, which villain would you choose to put in your book? So I had a hard time doing this one because like there's a lot of villains out there, but I would want a specific villain that you like, they are a villain to you, but you also kind of like them. And so for this one, I chose Cardan from The Cruel Prince because you hate to love Cardan. I remember reading this for the first time and being like, screw that guy, can't stand him, nope. Then I read The Wicked King and I kind of changed my mind. So he's a villain that you hate to love or love to hate, either or. But that's like the type of villain that I would want in my own story, because I find that very like compelling. It pulls you in, and you'll be like me where you're yelling at the book or being like, what are they doing? And so that's the kind of villain I want, sparking thoughts and emotions from my story. And last but not least is ending. So what kind of ending do you want on your book? Do you want it to be all wrapped up in the end, left open-ended, or something else? For me, I personally would like the book to be all wrapped up with a little bit of an open-endedness to it. So like, if that makes sense. So for example, the series could be finished. However, there's a little tiny bit of open-endedness where there's the possibility that more books could be added on to the series. But if they're not added on to the series, and it's just left like that, it's still a perfectly satisfiable ending. So that's like the kind of ending I would want. And that's it for the Build a Book tag. I put all those components together to build this book. But now I'm going to go to you guys, and I want you to let me know down in the comments below what I should name this book. So come up with your crazy titles, let me know, and I will let you know which ones I think are awesome. Because I don't know what I would name this book, but I'm curious to see what you guys would think. So I don't know who's already done this tag, but I'm going to choose Katie from Brightness Reads, Tammy from Tammy Tries to Read, and Mel from the Bookish Mel. I really look forward to seeing your videos, guys. I hope you do it. You don't have to do it, no pressure. But if you do, it'd be really cool. If you guys want to support me in any way, I have a Patreon, which is in the description down below. I also have a Ko-fi page, which is now in the description below as well. So you can choose if you want to do that. I have a goal on my Ko-fi page to hopefully get enough raised so that I can buy a filming camera. So I can switch it up for my phone to an actual like better high quality video, but that's down the road. So we'll see what happens. You guys know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Thursday. And until next time, keep on reading.